Mike 7 Kilo Alpha Lima Mobile, is that right? Thanks for the 5 and 3. You're actually a bit stronger. You're 5'5", 55. Yourself? Roger, Richard. Thanks so much. And drive safely, and your equipment doing a great job. Mike 7 Kilo Alpha Lima stroke Mobile from Alpha 6 to Alpha 73. Something Tango 9. Italy Tango 9, Delta Golf Papa 59. My call sign, Alpha 62 Alpha. Alpha 62 Alpha. Roger.
Florida 4 Indian Oscar Sugar, yes? I'm so sorry. Confirmation. Florida 4 Indian Oscar Sugar. Step 1, cancel.
Transmit test 1, 2, 3. Okay, that seems to be working. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox.
Uniform Lima Victor once again. Okay, cancel. Italy Uniform 2 Lima Victor. You're 559, cancel. Okay, thank you. Yes, this is the second time I meet you. Okay, thank you very much, my friend. Italy Uniform 2 Lima Victor. Ciao, gracias, bye-bye. Yankee Bravo and Echo Oscar, go ahead. Japan Echo once again.
Hello, Robert. How you doing, mate?
Japan, Delta Lima 1, Japan, Ecuador, cancel. Okay, thank you, my friend Frank, for Germany. Delta Lima 1, Japan, Echo, for the first time. You're seeing 559. Thank you very much, Frank, yourself. Okay, bye-bye, Frank 70, Kierjet, Yankee Bravo, and Echo Alpha Oscar, go ahead.
Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot.
Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot 59.
Good evening to you there. Yankee Bravo 1 Echo Alpha. Is it Quebec or Oscar? Oscar. Okay, there you go. I'm just checking as we speak on my how could I call it? Cluster. There you go. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox. Operator name here is Kurt. Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. KURT, how you doing, Danny? Go ahead.
Okay, my friend Kurt from Belgium. Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, you 59. Loudly and clearly modulation. Thank you very much, my friend. Code 70. Greeting from Indonesia. Bye-bye.
Greetings from Belgium, 73. Good luck.
Here, Jeff, Yankee Bravo, and Echo Alpha Oscar. Go ahead.
I always find it so weird that, these guys, they are really not interested in making a QSO. It's just like a 5 and 9 report and that's it. So that's it. Very weird. I always find it weird that it's so super flu communication. Anyway, I'm going to make a few calls, see if I can work the world. I have the antenna beaming to the east, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, thank you very much. 70.
Is this frequency in use? Please? Is this frequency in use? One more time, is this frequency in use? Please? CQ, calling 15 meters, calling 15, CQ 15. This is Oscar November number 7, Oscar Foxtrot, calling CQ. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, calling CQ. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, calling CQ and listening on 15. Over.
Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra.
Yankee again?
Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra. Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra. Roger.
Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ronnie there in Indonesia. Nice to hear you. Fine business, very good signal from you there, Ronnie. I'm going to give you a full signal report on my next transmission. And pleased that you come back to the call. This is Kurt, K-U-R-T. My name is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. And the QTH is about 15 miles or 20 kilometers in the south of Brussels, which is the capital city, of course, of Belgium. Ronnie, back to you. That seems like a European name. Maybe I got it wrong. Over.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Hello, Cute. Nice to meet you. And I think this is for the first time we met in the 15 meter. This is Ronnie, you are correct, and my QT is in Sidoarjo City, Indonesia. Your report is very strong, 5 and 9, 5 and 9, good. Yeah, could you please repeat my report, good, over?
Yeah, you're 5 and 8, Ronnie, here at the moment. 58. I'm running a little bit of power now on 15. I'm running about 800 to 900 watts at the moment. But you're 5 and 8, very good signal coming through from Indonesia. I was just listening to your neighbor, Yankee Bravo 1 Echo Alpha Oscar, who is, I think, maybe also in the same region as yourself. I'm going to check very quickly where is your QTH related, or if I look at the QTH of Denny. Very good, very happy to hear Indonesia. I am often in the region, not into Indonesia, but in Thailand. So I sometimes listen on my receiver when I am in Thailand. I also have a Thai call sign, and it happens very often. I listen all the stations from Indonesia. Very strong signal coming from Indonesia into Thailand when I'm there. So back to you. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. We are returning to Yankee Echo 1 Echo Kilo Sugar. Go ahead, over.
I repeat my call sign. My call sign is Echo 3. Number 3, not number 1. Good. Yeah, okay, thank you, good. I got that you are often go to Thailand, and yeah, you have Thailand person also. Yeah. Wow, you are using 800 watts. Yeah, that's very high power. Yeah, good. I'm running around 250. Around 250, and I'm using ICOM IC7300, and my antenna is delta loop antenna. Only one element delta loop antenna code. Yeah, that's my station. Good. Back to you, over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I'm looking where you are. Your QTH. I have been to Yogyakarta from Bali, but I did not go to your QTH. Your QTH was out of the trajectory I was traveling. But I'm talking about travels I made like 20 years ago. I haven't been to Indonesia for a very, very long time. My friend Mr. Ronnie. So, but yeah, very good. Yeah, you're doing fine with 250 watts. I think you are really doing very fine. I have you 5, 8, and 9. I'm actually doing a live stream, so I'm currently also live streaming. If you type in my call sign in YouTube, you can actually get to my live stream right away. I will update my live stream link on my own QRZ page, so people can click from there as well. So it's good to check if you want to check your audio and you have a computer nearby, you can listen. So you are on the show, HI, if you can call it that way. Very good. Very solid signal. Audio report is also very good. It sounds perfect to me, like you're sitting right next to me. WX here is not too good. I think it will start to rain. I'm just turning my head when you look at the camera, looking outside if it's raining already, but around 4 p.m. So this time it would start to rain again. I was busy working in the garden and I decided to stop because I felt the first raindrops. I tried to plant the vegetables before the springtime really kicks off, and start to prepare myself for the springtime. Sorry if I made a mistake in the call sign, but I have it correct. So Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra, Mr. Ronnie. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. Back to you, sir.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised that you are a YouTube streamer also. Actually, I'm also a YouTuber also. But today, I just try my antenna, so I offline today. Yeah, I will check later because I'm far from my smartphone. So after this, so I will check your YouTube channel. I have also YouTube channel. It's my person also, Yankee Echo Seiko Kilo Sierra. Usually I share my video, my experiment video about amplifier, about antenna, and orchestra also. Yeah. Oh yeah, my QTH. Sidoarjo City. Maybe it's very hard to find Sidoarjo City, but it's easy to find Surabaya City. Actually, I'm in Sidoarjo City, but it's very close to Surabaya City. Surabaya City is the second biggest city in Indonesia. The first biggest city is our capital city in Jakarta, and the second biggest city is my city, Surabaya. Yeah. My QT is around 1 kilometer from Surabaya Airport. So Surabaya Airport is located in Sidoarjo City. Even if this is Surabaya Airport, but it's located in Sidoarjo City. So Sidoarjo City and Surabaya City is very close. It's very close. And my city is 1 kilometer from a runway of Surabaya Airport code. Yeah, okay, cute. Thank you for this QSO. I will check your YouTube, and I will put our QSO today on QRZ.com also. Yeah, okay. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra, over.
Yeah, QSL, Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra, ON7 OFF returning. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm just looking at your YouTube channel. I see you are playing around with the MOSFET amplifier. So I am also considering of maybe doing some experiment with MOSFET. But I'm not sure if where did you buy the board, if it's a board that comes from Israel or if it's a board that comes from Greece, because there's a couple of guys who make these boards. So yeah, but I see that you have a little bit of a graveyard with your with your MOSFET amplifiers. So maybe you blow up quite a lot of them. Are these the NXP amplifier that you are trying to use, or and how is your experience? Is it good or is it not worth it? Over.
Yeah, actually I spoke amplifier from local in my country. Yeah, amateur friends, he made it, and I bought it about 5 and 5 Indonesian rupiah. Yeah, it's very cheap, but unfortunately, when I bought it and I try it for the first time, the MOSFET is died. So I have to replace by myself, and also I have to revise and redesign again about his amplifier. So I changed many points. I changed the MOSFET and I changed the relay, because the relay, the current, the maximum current of the relay is not appropriate with the power. Yeah, the maximum power is 500, but right now I just set it to 250. Yeah, I think 250 the average. Yeah, the maximum is 300, but the average is 250. Yeah, correct. It's handmade by Indonesian amateur radio court. Yeah, it's called. He called it Alpha Romeo 500. He said, yeah. It used BLF Bravo 5 Foxtrot 270, the MOSFET, the type of the MOSFET, and it used four MOSFET. So for its MOSFET, the output is 250, and so the maximum power is 1,000 watts. But I set it maximum for 400, and right now I'm running 250. That's the amplifier code. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra.
Yeah, QSL, fantastic. Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I'm looking into what is the 1800 watt version, but of course you don't have to let it run at the full power. I think it runs well at about, it's rated about 1800. I don't remember the MOSFET amplifier anymore, but it's a amateur radio a group in what is it? Greece, I think. They actually make these boards, and they seem to be working very well. So I am looking into it. I wanted to ask this gentleman to build an amplifier for me, but they have no time. So I'm not waiting even on the queue list, because they're fully booked for the rest of the year. So they have an online shop. I can send you the link, but if you go to the website dxworld -e.com, so dxworld -e.com, so -e.com, you will be able to actually see the shop and evaluate. So apparently there is one board that is rated 1.2 kW, and it actually works with different MOSFETs. I think it runs also with the newest one, which is the MRF X1K80, and this one is rated up to 1800. But yeah, I think if you run it, maybe you just run it at half its capabilities, so you're pretty safe, and then you're not going to fry it up. But I think they're very vulnerable, especially at the entrance, at the input power. So it's I heard that, I saw a lot of videos from different guys who built them, and they all make the same mistake. They put too much input power, and that's where the MOSFET fails. So apparently they're very solid at the output. They have a very good resistance to abuse at the output, but they're very, very vulnerable at the input. So yeah, anyway, I'm looking into it. So maybe I will try to get some kind of a small rig that would be QRP, and then use this kind of amplifier when I operate from Hotel Sierra from Thailand, because that is actually my goal, to have something pretty cheap, so not too expensive. I think the MRFX 1K80 is about $200 US, I think, for one piece. But yeah, you only need one. So it could be maybe also interesting to have two of them in parallel, and using HP power supplies. They are pretty inexpensive. You stack them together, put them in series, and you can get up to 65 volts, because this one is operating at 65 volt. Okay, I won't hold it too long, but I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. We can keep in touch through email. I would be very pleased to keep in touch with you there, my friend. Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra. This is ON7OFF, over.
Yeah, Kurt, that's very interesting, yeah. Actually, the MOSFET is very cheap in Indonesia, because actually there is no new MOSFET in my country, but there is a lot of second MOSFET. Usually, the provider, the equipment for cellular provider, and the equipment, there are a MOSFET on their equipment. And for the second shop and the second electronic shop, they disassemble the equipment, and then they sell the second MOSFET, and it's very cheap. It's only around $5. It's about $5 for each MOSFET. But it's second MOSFET, not a new MOSFET. Yeah, it's very cheap, Kurt. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Kurt. Yeah. Very interesting TSO today. Hope to see you again, Kurt. And I will contact you via email, and I will see your YouTube channel. Yeah, Kurt. Okay, hope to see you again. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Your last report is 5 and 9. This is Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra.
Pleased to meet you. It's been a pleasure to make the acquaintance there, Ronnie. So I'll look forward to see your email, and yeah, we can maybe discuss about the amplifiers, and yeah, $5 for, but I guess it's a refurbished, MOSFET. So yeah, the problem is you're not very sure about the quality, so that is a little bit of an issue. Pleased to meet you. Have a fantastic evening there in Indonesia. Terima kasih. I'll hope to meet you soon again. It's the first time we have the QSO, so I'm very pleased to have this acquaintance with you. Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra. This is ON7 OFF, clear with you. Thank you very much. Over.
Okay, Kurt. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. This is Yankee Echo 3 Echo Kilo Sierra. Yeah, thank you. 73, bye-bye.
73 is good luck. Bye-bye.
Japan Echo America November.
Yes, Japan, question mark. Make your call again. Good evening there in Japan. Make a note of your call sign. Go ahead, over.
Japan Echo America Ontario November.
Japan Echo 1 Ontario Echo November. Is that correct, over?
America Oscar November. Japan Echo America Ontario November.
Okay, konnichiwa, Japan Echo 1 Alpha Oscar November. Thank you very much coming back to the call. and very pleased and surprised to hear your station there, Makoto-san. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida on 7 off, and the QTH is down south in Brussels. Nice to meet you. Go ahead, Mr. Makoto, over.
Roger, Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida. Japan Echo, America Oscar November. Good afternoon, good evening. Yankee 5 and 7, QT Japan near Tokyo. My hand Makoto, 5 and 7, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, nice to meet you, Makoto. Very nice to hear Japan. I am surprised you are still awake. I think it must be quite late in Japan now. It is right now about 1620 minutes here in Brussels right now, so it's not too late. But I think there is about 8 hours of difference with your QTH, or 6. I'm not sure. I need to check it out. I think it must be, what is it, 11 o'clock maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, pleased to meet you. My first name, you have it correct. Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. I have you here with a 5 and 5 to 5 and 6 signal report, Makoto. So nice signal coming from Japan. Very nice to hear Japan. It's always interesting to hear Japanese stations, because we do not hear many. I know there are many Japanese stations, but we only hear a handful of them because of propagation conditions. Back to you there, Makoto. San, this is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox, returning to Juliet Echo 1 Alpha Oscar November. Over.
Roger, Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida. This is Japan Echo 1, America Oscar November. Thank you for your information. My antenna is 5 element gauge, 16 meter high, 100 watts. 5 element tri-band dia gauge, 16 meter high, 100 watts. My leaves icon IC756. Antenna 5 element gauge, 16 meter high, 100 watts. I'm sorry, your name, QSL?
Yes, QSL, Mr. Makamoto. My name is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. I repeat, my first name is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. Kurt is my first name. And very good signal from your 5-element Yagi antenna. I am using a 2-element cubical quad, pointing towards Japan at the moment. Currently running about 800 watts, and you are 5.7, 5.8 without a problem from Japan. I hope everything is okay. Tell me, what is the local time now in Japan? What time is it now in your home QTH? Back to you there, my friend. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot, returning to Juliet Echo 1 Alpha Oscar November, Mr. Makoto. Over.
Roger, Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, 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 Japan Echo 1, America Oscar November. Thank you for your information. 2 element cubical quad, 800 watts QSL. Local time Monday evening 11 to 0 o'clock. Monday evening 11 to 0 about o'clock. My antenna 5 element 15 meter high, 100 watts. Back to Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida, Japan Echo 1, America Oscar November. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, it seems to work very well, and I'm really happy that I hear something from Japan. I have visited Japan in 1996, and also in the year 1999. So I have been to Japan 2 times, and I stay in Shinagawaku in Tokyo, so more to the center from where you are. And I really enjoyed it very much. So we still eat a lot of Japanese food after my trip. So I was not familiar with Japanese food, but since I have visited Japan, we have custom now at home to make Japanese food at least once every month. HI. Okay, Mr. Makoto. Yeah, I'm running about 800 watts. My radio is a TS480. It's just a simple HF mobile radio, but I am receiving you through my SDR Play. I am doing a split with receive and TX, so I've got two different devices. And I'm doing the live stream. So Makamoto, if you are on internet, you can type in my call sign and go to the live stream right now and listen to your station, how you sound in Belgium without any problem. I hope everything is okay in Japan. It's been a very wet and cold springtime in my QTH. So we have had a lot of rain and only very cool temperatures. So I think maybe next week we might start to get some spring weather here. So I think right now in Japan it is also springtime. So I think many of the Japanese cherry blossoms are now open. HI. Back to you, Mr. Makoto. Juliet Echo 1 Alpha Oscar November. This is Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot. Over.
じゃあ、ノベンバー7、オスカー、フロリダ、トワさん、ジャパン、ジャカ5、マンド7、はい、環境でクエスト、I hope have a good day. オスカーノベンバー7、オスカー、フロリダ、トワさん。Japan Echo 1, America Oscar November. Today, thank you very much. 73, Sada, bye bye.
Thank you very much, Makoto. It's been a very big pleasure to make your acquaintance today. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And I'm looking forward for the next QSO. I will be active a little bit more on the upper section of the HF band over the next few weeks. 73 is Mr. Makoto. Terimakasi, and see you again. Juliet Echo 1, Alpha Oscar November. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot 73.
Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida, Japan Echo 1, America Oscar November. Today, thank you very much. 73, Sada, bye bye.
73 is good luck. Bye bye. This is ON7 OFF. We're listening.
Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra.
Yankee Bravo 9 again?
Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra. Good evening, good over.
Yes, good evening, Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra. I hope you're doing fine there, Mrs. Ree. Nice to meet you again. Can you believe last time we spoke? You asked me about Oscar November. I don't remember his full call sign, the other Oscar November station. And about 10 minutes later, I meet him on the band and I told him that you were looking for him, Sri. So, but unfortunately, you were already gone. I told him that you were on that particular frequency, but you must have missed him. Nice to meet you again from Bali Island. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, returning to Yankee Bravo 9er, Echo Lima Sierra, over.
Yes, good. Thank you very much, dear friend, this Orman Peru, Oscar November 6, Mike, greeting and welcome in my house. And this is enjoy in my station and so like in Japanese food. Make Yankee Bravo 9 Echo Lima Sierra chicken food maybe. With chicken P22. Thank you very much. Nice meet you again in the band, and thanks for your forgetting with me. This Yankee Bravo 9 Echo Lima Sierra. I'm from Bali, and my city in Klungkung City. Kilo Lima uniform November Golf. Kilo uniform November Golf. Maybe 3.5 kilometers from Sentra Denpasar, Bali. Good, back to you. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra, over.
Yeah, QSL, Sri, fantastic. Yeah, I really think back about the very good times that I had in Bali, and I told you last time I stay very very close to your QTH, and I'm looking at the guest house name again, but it was like maybe 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer from your home QTH. But yeah, this is about long time ago, many years ago, like 15, 18 years ago. I was close to your QTH, and I really enjoyed it. It was a beautiful area, and also I work or I help a friend who was also on at that time I was not a ham operator. He was on 11 meters, and I helped him to build the antenna, but his location is in Penabel. Maybe you know Penabel. So Penabel, I think it is a small area, but I think everybody know all the places in Bali. But he was in Penabel, and I don't remember his call sign, but he is not on the ham band anymore. Okay, pleased to meet you. Very nice to hear you again, Sri. It's been great to hear you again for a second time. I did not make any record on the last QSO. I must have forgotten to click on the save button, but I remember very clearly when I check your QRZ page that we had the QSO. 73s, thank you very much, and take care. I will next time I will hear Piero again. I will tell him again that I spoke to you. So there you are. Pleased to meet you. Yankee Bravo 9er, Echo Lima Sierra. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, over.
Yes, sir. Good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But now I remember your information. With you have your friend in Panaba. I remember. Thank you very much. Good. You're forgotten now. I'm remember your friend. Maybe some time ago, and now okay. So see you in this evening again. Thank you very much, and a good day to you. I hope nice meet you again. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot from Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra. Good day to you. Good, over.
Good DX to you too, and I try to prepare for my next contact with you. I try to prepare that I have his picture because I have his picture somewhere on my computer, and next time I spoke to him already because thankful to somebody else on Bali Island, they helped me to track back to my friend and I have him now in my WhatsApp contacts. So I was able to contact my friend and talk with him, and find back the contact with him and communicate with him after many years of not being able to contact with each other. Thankful to Ham Radio. Thank you very much, Sri. Pleased to meet you. Terima kasih. Have a good evening. Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, over.
Okay, also terima kasih banyak, Good. And I wait in my my home, and please greeting in my station in Klungkung City. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. With that Yankee Bravo 9, Echo Lima Sierra. 73, bye-bye.
73s, good luck, bye-bye. ON7 OFF, we're listening.
3 kilowatt.
Station Mike.
Lima Sierra United Alpha 6, X-ray kilowatt.
Okay, I think I have Japan Romeo 2 November Mike Alpha. I'm not sure if I have the call correct. I am going to turn the beam towards you right away. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot returning to Japan Radio 2, November Mike Alpha. Pleased to meet you, Kaori. I am going to check which direction I should point my antenna. So I have my antenna straight to your station. Go ahead, my friend. Japan Radio 2, November Mike Alpha. This is Oscar, November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Over.
Okay, Uniform 9. My name is Kaori. Kilo Alpha Oscar Romeo India. Kaori is my name. QSL?
Yeah, QSL Kaori. Nice to meet you. And pleased to make the contact with Japan again. I have just spoken to your neighbor, I guess, Japan Echo 1 Alpha Oscar November. Very good to hear Japan this evening. It seems that I only have lady stations today. So a very good copy from you. I have you 5 and 7. 57 is your report in Brussels, Kaori. Very good signal from your station. You have to tell me what is your antenna, what is your power, because you're doing very good. Back to you there, Kaori. Japan Radio 2, November Mike Alpha. This is Oscar, November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. Over.
Okay, thank you. Nice to see you again. Bye-bye.
73 Kairo, thank you for the contact, and you take care. Thanks for calling. This is ON7 OFF, clear with Japan Radio 2, November Mike Alpha, 73s. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, 73s. QRZ, ON7 OFF, we're standby listening.
United Quebec, India, A1 UTI.
Okay, ending with India. Can you make your call?
Japan, America 1, United Quebec, India, Juliet Alpha 1, Uniform, Queen, India. Have you copy of that?
Okay, so I have Japan, America 1, Uniform Queen, India. Mitsuru, thank you very much, Mitsuru. Wow, a lot of Japanese stations tonight or this afternoon. Very, very happy to hear Japan. It's not very common that we get such a lovely propagation with your QTH. Mitsuru, the name here is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, Kilo United Radio Texas. Nice to meet you from Tokyo. Japan, America 1, Uniform Queen, India. This is Oscar, November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Over.
Oscar, November 7, Oscar, Foxtrot. It's nice to meet you, Tokyo 5 and 7 are very stable and fantastic. It is very good propagation tonight. Your country and land, I can hear very well tonight. So anyway, my name is Sato, Hotel Alpha, Texas, Ontario. Sato is my name. And I have been to Belgium before, Bruges. I ride on Canal boat. It's very, very fantastic moment. 17 OFF JA1 UTI back to you.
Yeah, QSL Sato. Thank you very, very much. Okay, yeah, if you have been to Belgium, when did you come to my country? Was it a long time ago, Sato? How many years ago? Over?
I'm not sure. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I visited Belgium and Netherlands, both countries together. I joined group tour. I'm enjoyed both and Belgium. Did I say keyboard? It's not good. Yeah. I could enjoy very well and sweet and cake. Oh, everything is good. ON7 OFF JA1 UTI back to you.
Yeah, QSL, fantastic. Yeah, Sato. Did you also go to Brussels when you came to Belgium? Did you also visit Brussels? Over?
Video. I took a video. Actually, I can catch you well. Anyway, I'm using two-element delta loop. It's 100. And I'm running 200. It's high. My equipment not so good, but because of this propagation,
can talk to you tonight. It's amazing. ON7OFFJ1UQ, back to you.
Yeah, QSL, Japan, America 1, Uniform Queen India. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Yeah, I'm just looking at your QRZ page, and I can see that the antenna system. No, my question was, did you visit Brussels? Did you visit only Bruges, or did you also visit Brussels, the capital? Over.
I visited Belgium, and Bruges. The name is Bruges. It's a beautiful canal, and I joined canal boat. Do you copy?
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, the reason why I'm asking you, Sato, is because I sell the perfume on the handicraft market in the city center of Brussels. So I'm actually seeing a lot of tourists. So lots of people coming to Brussels. They come in front of my store at my shop. You know, it's a market. It's a touristic market. And if you go to my QRZ page, you can see my shop that I have. I actually design perfumes, and I have many customers that come to Brussels, and sometimes it happens that I even meet ham radio operators that come in front of my shop because I have my call sign printed on the shop. So people who are amateur radio, they know that I am an amateur radio when they go to my shop because it mentions 73's DE on 7 off HI. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy the trip to Bruges. Bruges is very nice. It's very beautiful. I think it is worth the visit. It's a very picturesque city, and I hope you have been here during the summertime. And I also hope the weather is okay because it is Russian roulette. When you go to Belgium, you never know how the weather will be. So it's like Russian roulette. You can have very, very bad weather, or maybe you can have a fantastic summer day. And it all depends if you are lucky or not, Sato. Back to you, Japan, America 1, Uniform, Quebec, India. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Over.
Roger. ON7OFF. I visited Belgium and the Netherlands. It was just April, I think so. Because my another purpose is to go to Netherlands. Java. It's also your country. Anyway, I think many countries are waiting for you. Goodbye, and I expect to see you again. When the problem or
What was your question? Can you repeat your question? Over.
Pardon?
I'm not sure if you asked me a question because I had a little bit of a QSB on your last over. But yeah, next time you come to Brussels, come and visit. You can find my details in the QRZ page. So next time you come to Belgium, come and say hello to me. I am always every weekend and public national holiday on the handicraft market in Brussels. 2 weekends ago, I had a visit from Oscar Delta 5. What is the call sign again? I don't remember his call sign, but it was Oscar Delta 5 Quebec Romeo, I think it was. Mr. Faris. He's from Lebanon, and he's also a very good friend of Oscar Delta 5 Uniform Sierra. And he came and visited me at the shop in Brussels because he was also passing through Brussels. And it was coincidence. He didn't know that I am a ham operator, but he was in front of my shop. And then I meet other amateur radio when I'm selling and doing my business. Okay, very pleased to meet you. I wish you a fantastic evening. There is a little bit of a QSB on your last transmission, so I'm not sure how long the propagation will hold up. I think you are way behind the evening time or the gray line zone, so you probably are already in the night time because it's 11 o'clock. And I think propagation might start to die off with your region. But very happy to make the contact. Very pleased to meet you. Thank you very much for giving me a call, Mr. Sato. Juliet America 1, Uniform Quebec, India. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot, over.
Oh, I guess cloud.com and the end of the website, you upload some YouTube video. I will enjoy it later. Anyway, I'm spend a very fantastic night tonight because it's night, late night. And have a good afternoon, evening, and all the best for you. 17 OFF. Thank you very much, Mr. Scott. Goodbye.
Have a very good evening, Sato. I really appreciate coming back to my call. So I look forward to make the next contact with you. So next time you hear my call sign, give me a shout. Hopefully we can cross aerials one more time. Japan America 1, Uniform Quebec, India. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 73s. Bye-bye. Any other station? This is ON7 OFF, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Standing by.
Yankee Charlie 2, Delta Bravo Whiskey.
Yankee Charlie 2, Delta Bravo Whiskey. Nice to meet you there, Hadi. We had the QSO during the contest. What was it in March? The worldwide contest on 10 meters. So pleased to meet you here on 15. Go ahead, Hadi, over.
Roger. Yeah, the last time it was in the WPX SSB contest, and now it is the first time I meet you in the 50 meter. You come here the 5.9, a strong signal, sometimes 5.9 plus, and with a good modulation. Your modulation is very, very excellent. Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida. This is Yankee Charlie 2, Delta Bravo Whiskey, over.
Yeah, QSL, I'll turn the beam towards you. I've got the beam pointed a little bit more to the north, so I'll make it. I'll do it right. So I will just turn the beam a little bit more to your QTH. Very good propagation this afternoon into. Oh, what is he doing? I need to turn it more to the south. Very good propagation from Indonesia tonight and also from Japan. I will turn the beam towards you. But my antenna is not turning, so I think, it's the software that is going crazy. Anyway, let me turn it towards you. I have it right now towards Indonesia. Very nice copy from you too. I have you also 5 and 8 to almost 5 and 9. My signal meter is a little bit lazy today, but I think it has to do with the settings of my software. I'm getting you on my SER Play receiver, so I've got a nice view on the entire HF band. Hadi, I hope you're doing fine. It's great to hear you again, mate. And very short contact during the contest. I'm not really a contest guy. It's very unusual that I had the contest that day because it was raining and it was storming. When it's storm, I cannot go to the job, and all these contests, they happen, and the worldwide contests happen over the weekend, so I can never attend these contests unless something happens like that moment. There was a big storm and I could not open my shop. Back to you, Hadi. Yankee Charlie 2, Delta Bravo Whiskey. ON7 OFF listening, over.
Roger, good. Your final report is 5.9 plus 10 dB over 9, so it is strong signal. Yeah, the propagation is excellent for now in the 15 meter, but not in the 10 meter, I think. Now the 10 meter is not as good as 15 meter. And now, by the way, I'm running only 100 whiskey barefoot with ICOM 7300. My antenna is a 3-element of Yagi. I'm moving to Europe now, to your QTH, and my antenna is located about 20 meters from the ground. Can you explain me about your working condition, Kurt? Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Yankee Charlie 2, Delta Bravo Whiskey, over.
Yeah, QSL, ON7 OFF returning. I'm running a 2-element cubicle quad. It's a 5-band single feed point antenna. It is located, or it's at an altitude of about 15-16 meters of height. I'm on a very premium location here, so I've got a very nice hill on which I am located, And if I am outside of the house, on the back of the house and towards Indonesia, there is a nice valley. So I'm looking over the valley, and when I'm climbing on my tower, I have a very nice and very far view, almost 360 degrees. The only object that is my house is in the south, but I barely beam towards the south. So most of the time it's either eastwards, north, or west. So we get into you guys, Pacific Ocean, Far East, Southeast Asia, and then America. And it's very rare that I turn the beam towards the south, which is maybe a shame because I think there are very interesting locations to also work into the south with Africa. The power amplifier is an OM Power 2000 plus. I'm running the amplifier right now around 800 to 900 whiskeys on 15 meter. I can just push it a little bit further. And the radio is a TS480. My receiver is not the TS480, it's the SDR Play. If you happen to have internet, you can actually also tune into the live stream. I'm doing a live stream right now. And if you type in my call sign either on QRZ, you can click through from the live stream link over there, or you can just simply go to YouTube and type in the call sign so you can see how it sounds. But fantastic, yeah, 100 watts, 5 and 8, 5 and 8.5. So very good report with your 7300. Everybody's using the 7300. It's I think they give them away these days. So it's just absolutely insane how popular this 7300 radio is. I must confess, I listened to the audio of the 7300 and it's just absolutely insanely good. So I hear many stations with 7300, and just even the stock microphone gives a very good result. Okay, back to you there, my friend. Yankee Charlie 2 Bravo, so Delta Bravo Whiskey. This is ON7 OFF, over.
Roger, Roger, yeah, and now I'm at your YouTube. And now it is very, very, very strong signal like a local station, and the modulation is very, very stable, very good modulation. So there is no QSB, always 5.9 and 5.9 plus, and the maximum is 5.9 plus 10 dB. Yeah, very nice to meet you, Kurt. It is a short KSO, but it is very, very excellent. I'm so happy, and it is a pleasure for me to have another contact with you. All the best, my friend, and greeting from Indonesia and 73. Bye-bye.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, if you need to do any test, Hadi, on your gear, if you need to compare between antenna or whatsoever, use my live stream, okay? Let me know, so I will give you some more space and floor time, air time on the YouTube channel, so you can test some gear. I think it's always interesting to see if you can eventually improve your station, but you know, if you have a receiver in the Radio Shack, it just doesn't really represent the reality, so it's better to have a receiver far away and see how the station sounds like. So if you want to test anything of your gear, changing settings of your microphone or whatsoever, let me know. That's why I'm doing this live stream, so people can eventually test their gear and you know, do some modifications and see what is best for them. Pleased to meet you. In case you don't want to do any tests, I'll wish you the good evening to you. Yankee Charlie 2 Delta Bravo Whiskey, Oscar November 7 Oscar Fox Fox, over.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, thank you very much. It is very kindness, and yes, it is a good idea to make a YouTube like this. Maybe one day I will do the same, because sometimes we have yeah, we need someone who give the real report. Also, the YouTube is something very, very interesting. Okay, thank you very much, Kurt. All the best for you, and 733. Bye bye.
Yeah, 73 is pleased to meet you there, Hadi, again, and hopefully we can make another QSO and chit chat a little bit. I like to have a little longer QSO sometimes and exchange some very interesting essential information that might be useful for all parties. 73, thanks to to make the contact and giving me a shout. Yankee Charlie 2 Delta Bravo Whiskey from Oscar November 7 Oscar Fox 73. Thank you, mate.
Okay, 73, bye-bye.
Good luck. ON7 OFF, we're standby. Any other station here on 15? This is Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot. This is Brussels calling. Over.
Yankee 7, Oscar Juliet Sierra.
Again?
Yankee 7, Oscar Juliet Sierra.
Yankee Charlie 7 Oscar Juliet Sierra. Harry, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Seems that Indonesia is really well represented on the live stream today. Very nice to hear you, Harry. This is Kurt, K-U-R-T. My name is Kurt, Kilo United Radio Texas, or Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. And I have you 5 and 5 here in Brussels from Banjarmasin. I think I pronounce it well. Go ahead, over.
Yeah. Banjarmasin, Indonesia. Okay, you have 5 friends left in my live. And for your information, I just use regular radio with no power booster, and my antenna is about 7 meters from ground with one element delta loop. I hope you can make it there, because I can give you very nice. There is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. On 7 on. Yankee 7 Oscar.
Yeah, QSL, fantastic. Yeah, I'm just looking. Where is your QTH? So you're on Borneo Island, aren't you? Over.
That's right, on Borneo Island. Banjarmasin, Borneo Island. That in the South Kalimantan province. South Kalimantan. Over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, QSL, fantastic. The only place I have been on Borneo Island is Brunei. I had one time I had a stopover from Bali flying to Bangkok, and I had a stopover in Brunei, and I stay in Brunei a few days. So that's the only place I've been to on Borneo Island. So very nice from your station. Thank you very much coming back to the call. And yeah, you're 5 and 6, 5 and 5. It's not very strong, but there is no QRM today. So the propagation is good, and your one element is doing fine. But tell me, what is your power? Are you running the standard 100 watt power? Is that correct? Over.
That's right. I just run 100 power. Just standard from radio. I don't power buffer there. Just original from the radio with regular. No additional. Yeah, like you have to land on the Borneo, associate the Brunei. After you have to land with the Kalimantan. We have so many cultures in Indonesia. We have Jaya. Yeah. Maybe someday you have to plan to come to our city. I will bring you to see the beautiful of Borneo.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm just quickly having a look on how it looks like in your QTH. I can see there is some kind of an amusement park close to your QTH. I can see in the distance some kind of an amusement park close to your QTH. So you have some options when you want to go with the children somewhere. Yeah, I can see the amusement park, and I'm also currently looking at this. Let me just show it also on the live stream if you're following with me. So, and this is what I do. I like to go on Google Street View, and when I talk with people, I try to have a little bit of a virtual traveling. So whatever station brings me somewhere, and I can see that there is some amusement park and also some very high buildings. I'm surprised that you have also very high buildings where you are, apartment blocks close to your QTH. But I think a lot of people over there, they actually grow the rice because I think it's pretty low. Maybe you have a lot of floodings where you are. Back to you, Yankee Charlie 7, Oscar Juliet Sierra, from Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot, over.
Okay, I see your YouTube stream. What the route that you have to show is the pick up from my home. That's not the route. I still don't have to go street on my home because I stay on near of. If you see the high building, there is the Accor Hotel, and I live around that. The high building. Just from the route that you told me the route, my home is there is no. Not this one. There is on my kid's backyard. I think for my that's right on the right. But there is another road. That's my friend. I will send you later. I will send you to your video. The road of my home. There is another road. This road is in my back home. But on my home, you don't have the Google Street View. Okay. There is there is building. On the right is Accor Hotel, and the left is another mall, and my home is here from that building. I hope you can understand what I say, my friend.
Yeah, QSL, yeah. I know sometimes people, they tell me, oh, now go to the left, now go to the right. But, the problem is that there is some delay on the live stream. So you probably, I'm already somewhere else before you actually tell me go to the left or to the right. But yeah, it's just for me, it's just a virtual travel. I think it's interesting because it helps me understand how things look like. It seems to be pretty flat. So it's pretty a flat land. Where you are, and because of the flat land and probably it's very low, I think many people and farmers are probably growing the rice in that region where you are. But it gives me a better understanding on how it looks like. I've never been to that area, but it feels like next time I talk with someone, I've been there somehow with the Google Street View. So we try to embrace and use the technology that is available. And I remember you also drive on the left side back in Indonesia. So I like in Thailand, like my wife. Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate this QSO with you. Harry, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. Yankee Charlie 7, Oscar Juliet Sierra. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. Wishing you a very good evening. And thanks for giving me a shout. And very pleased to make the acquaintance with you for the first time. Back to you there, Harry. Over.
Okay, master. Thank you. Okay, nice to talk tonight at Indonesia. Thank you for the nice communication, my friend. Have a good day and have a good video for you.
Thank you. Pleased to meet you, Harry. Take care and talk to you soon again. Hopefully we can cross aerials on other bands than only 15. Yankee Charlie 7, Oscar Juliet Sierra. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot 73.
73, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, 73s. Any other station? This is ON7 OFF. Oké, omnest naar de applicatie. Dat staat erop, dus toch niet terugkomen op. Ik zal dat uitsturen. Sorry, who was calling? Make your call. Sorry, I was interrupted. Over.
Victor Echo 3, Lima, Oscar Echo.
Okay, Victor Echo 3, Lima, Oscar Echo. Hold on a moment. I have to turn the beam towards you, so let me just type in your call sign in the rotor application, so it's going to beam towards you. Very pleased to meet you, and thanks for calling. Victor Echo 3, Lima, Oscar Echo. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. I repeat, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. QSL?
Five by 6 here in my QTH, Ottawa. Ottawa is my QTH, the capital city of Canada. My name is Ralph, Romeo Alpha Lima Papa Hotel. Please give me the name there on your QTH, over.
Yeah, QSL Ralph, I have the beam towards you, so it should be a little bit better. You went up from a 5 and 4 to 5 and 7, virtually like 3-4 S points. Ralph, the name here is Kurt, Kurt Cobain, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango KURT. And yeah, you substantially increased in the signal strength while I was turning the beam towards you. So I'm currently heading towards your QTH there, Ralph. The QTH here is Brussels. I'm in the south of the capital city here in Europe. And pleased to meet you. Go ahead, Ralph. Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo, ON7 OFF, over.
Yeah, very fine there, Kurt. Peaking 5758, lots of QSB, but your signal really came up when you turned your beam. Good conditions here between us, although not as good as I have seen in the past. I'm running an old Yaesu rig, a Fox Tango Oscar November Echo, Fox Tango 1, about 42 years old, running about 80 watts output power, 80 watts output power only. My antenna is a high gain TH11DX, Tango Hotel 11DX 5-band 11 element beam, 23 meters above the ground. I just put it in here 2 or 3 days ago. Just installed here at my QTH in the last couple of days here, Kurt, so just testing it out. I was working Yankee Bravo, Yankee Charlie station on CW here a few minutes ago. Well, I was quite strong, but I was not able to copy the station you were working in Yankee Bravo. Maybe he had a beam in a different direction, but very, very spotty propagation here this morning. Weather is sunny, mostly temperature around 14, 15 degrees Celsius here right now. Back to you there, Kurt. Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox, Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo.
Yeah, QSL Ralph, Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo from ON7 OFF. Well, there you are. I'm honored to be one of the first stations that you're working with the new antenna setup. I just went through your QRZ page, and you had a tower that broke down. I'm not sure if it happened recently or if it's a couple of years ago. Oh yeah, I can see it was in May 2022 with 170 kilometers per hour of wind. Yeah, okay. Which antenna can survive at 170 kilometers per hour of wind? I think none of them. So yeah, very bad luck that day, but yeah, at least the trees, they were still upstanding. So I'm surprised that the trees didn't really protect the tower of being bent over. So I have a tilt over tower here, so in case that something like this is predicted, so when there is a very huge storm coming over, I'll probably lower down the antenna and avoid any damage. Ralph, yeah, the name here is Kurt, KURT, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, and you went up straight away to 5 and 7, 5 and 8. The 80 watts is doing fine. The old radio is doing fine. I'm actually doing a live stream, so you're on the live stream as we speak. If you type in my call sign on YouTube, you can get to the live stream straight away, Ralph. Yeah, we had a beautiful sunny morning, but it started to deteriorate, and I think we might get some rain. I'm just looking outside. I'm turning my head, looking outside if it's raining already. But they said like there's gonna be some rain coming later tonight. So WX hasn't been too good here. We've had a lot of cold weather over the past few weeks and even months, and it just doesn't want to get better. They expect a little better weather for the next few, I would say, next few days. And we really welcome the warmer weather because nothing is growing in the garden. We have a vegetable garden, and we are just praying for some better weather. Back to there, Mr. Ralph, Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo from ON7OFF, over.
Yeah, very fine, Cardo and 70FF, VE3LOE returning. Nice copy, 58 to 59 on peaks here, but like I say, lots of QSB, but excellent copy. I have a very quiet location here to receive, so receive noise is nil basically on the receiver, very quiet most of the time here. This antenna is quite new here. It is on a completely new tower. If you look at some of the later pictures on my QRZ page, you will see the new tower. The broken tower is the old one from almost exactly 1 year ago. There was a big windstorm here. I have two towers here. The first one is 14 meters high, and it is more than 40 years old. It was here when the house was here, had a television antenna on the top, which I took down immediately and put up my TA-33 Junior 3-element tri-band Yagi, which I have as a second antenna. It is the backup antenna. It survived the windstorm. These trees that you see in the background are relatively newer. They are only about 35 to 40 years old. I have some larger, older trees here that did not do so well. This property is about 10 hectares, and about 500 meters further north there are many very large trees of heights up to 25 meters came down in the windstorm. You do not see it from the house here, but if you go further up on my property there, then you see a lot of fallen trees. So the wind storm was very damaging here in this part of the country. The power was gone here. The electric power was off for 2 days, but fortunately in my QTH, no problems. I have a backup generator, 8 kilowatt propane generator that keeps the essential equipment running in the house here. Fortunately, the newer trees probably screened the wind off. They acted as a windbreak. Not very many of them came down in the windstorm here because they are stronger and will bend quite a bit more before breaking. The soil is a little bit deeper here. In the farther away part of the property, the soil is very shallow, and the roots do not grip into the land very well here. Further up, so many of the trees were easily uprooted by the big windstorm. So still, it is not so obvious now. The trees are lying on the ground, but there are enough other old trees that are still standing that you do not see it right away from the highway. I am near a freeway here, a 4-lane highway, Autobahn, like they say in German, which is about 200 meters away, and you do not see the damage from there. But if you go on to the wooden trail, the trails in the woods in my QTH there, then there are trees still lying all over the place here, which I still need to have removed here. But in any case, I think I was lucky here. Some places around this part of the country had a lot more damage, and the power was off for more than 1 week, and they had a lot more difficulties with power distribution. My power line is 16,000 volts overhead, about 15 meters tall on wooden poles. Everything stayed up, although a few smaller trees fell onto the line. And the power company was able to cut off those trees, those smaller trees, and restore the power. but about 5 or 6 kilometers away. Many power poles up to 20 meters high with up to 4 circuits of 16,000 volts. They were lying on the ground, and it took weeks to get everything restored there. So I consider myself very lucky in that storm. A lot more problems for many others here in this area. We also had an ice storm here about 1 month ago, a little over 1 month ago. About a couple of centimeters of ice, freezing rain. Temperature was around -1 or -2 Celsius with sometimes heavy rain, thunderstorms here on one day, and that caused a few problems, some power interruptions, but everything else stayed down. But still, more trees and more tree branches came down also. Lots and lots of work for me here, keeping everything cleaned up here, Kurt. So we do get some severe storms here, much more than usual here in the last few years. I was able to have a new tower built, much stronger than the first, and I was able to put up the TH11DX antenna here with a stronger tower. I wanted to upgrade the station for many years now, but I did not trust the old tower, and with good reason. Back to you, Kurt. Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo.
Yeah, QSL, Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo. Yeah, is it very common that you have storms like this, or was it very exceptional? Over?
Oh, this is, I think it is becoming more common, but this was exceptional. We have more extreme weather here in the last few years. We did have another windstorm in October, which had fairly high winds and brought more trees and tree branches down, but I think these storms are becoming more common. About 25 years ago, we had a very bad ice storm with about 5 centimeters of ice on everything. That was in January of 1998, and at that time they considered it the worst storm in 100 years. But we have flooding here occasionally on the Ottawa River, quite far away from my QTH, at least 15 or 20 kilometers away. Very severe flooding in 2017 and in 2019. And in 2017, they thought it was a 100-year flood. 2 years later, there was another flood that was worse than the one 2 years earlier. So I think you can draw your own conclusions there, Kurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah. Well, you know, if I would move to another country, I always keep in consideration the vulnerability of the area of either storms, earthquakes, or any catastrophes, natural catastrophes that can happen. Here in my QTH, we are pretty fortunate. I'm on a hill. It's kind of, how could I say? It's kind of open. I'm not sure if you're following on the live stream. I can show it around because I've got cameras here that can show you the environment. But this area is pretty hilly, and we don't seem to be too affected by extreme weather. The only thing I remember when I was like maybe 16, 17 years old, like 35 years ago, I remember a moment that there was a very huge and heavy storm that came over with wind level of about also 162. I think the highest peak of wind that they have measured was 160 or 170 kilometers per hour. And I remember I was actually at my grandmother's place, the same house where I'm living right now, and the entire house was moving. So there was like the luster, the luster inside the living room was just moving left to right. So meaning that the house was actually moving with the wind, but it's very uncommon in this region here. So the only thing I remember is also a very small earthquake, but nothing to worry about. So yeah, I think Canada is pretty vulnerable to extremes, especially in the winter time. You get very extreme cold weather. I'm aware of that. I've spoken to quite a lot of people coming from Nova Scotia and Nebraska, and especially also if you're talking about Alberta and that region where they have very extreme weather in the wintertime with droughts and also extreme temperature differences on a matter of 24 hours. So yeah, I like the tropics, but on the other side in the tropics you have some other issues like also rainy season with floodings and that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. I'm sorry to hear that your antenna broke down 1 year ago. I hope it won't happen again. That's why I think it's very interesting to have a tilt over tower. So you can take it down in case that there is some severe storm coming over. If you have a fixed tower, you can barely take any measures when the storm is coming. But when you have a tilt over tower, it's just a matter of taking down the tower and setting it up again. It takes half an hour for me to take down my tower and about 1 hour to pull it up again. But I think it's worth the effort because if you have damage, I think it's more going to be cost you much more than just taking half an hour of your time to take it down and 1 hour to pull it up again. Over.
Yeah, QSO, Kurt, 170FF, VE3LOE returning. Yeah, signals are holding up very, very well. Unfortunately, this storm last year came in about 15 minutes. There was very little warning, and it came up very, very quickly. So even if I had a tilt-over or a crank-up tower, I don't know if I would have had enough time, and I would have had to be here at the house 24/7 pretty well. Sometimes these things come in the middle of the night and you don't have a warning. If you don't have a radio or a portable that has alerting on it, then you will not know. Sometimes the warnings are not fast enough, and very, very many variables, and that it would have cost me a vast amount more money to put up a crank-up or a tilt-over tower here. Apparently $2,000 Canadian, or more than $2,000 just for the shipping costs alone for a crank-up tower out of the States here. The whole repair job with the tower, the new concrete base, and the work required cost about 20,000 Canadian. That's about maybe $15,000 US. That was covered by my insurance company. I do not charge them for my new antenna because that is an upgrade. The TH11DX, I hope it'll stay up, but I have a much, much stronger tower than for what the specification is, even for the 11-element beam that I'm using now. I only had a 3-element monoband Yagi for 10 meters and a small television antenna up on the top of the old tower. The old tower stayed up for 38 years, almost 4 decades here. And that one storm last year caused it to fail. So we did look at it to see if it could be repaired, but the parts were no longer available from the manufacturer, and it could not be guaranteed to be safely repaired with the concrete base that I had there. The base was too small for a new tower. I needed much more concrete, about 7 cubic meters of concrete, and a much bigger excavation, so I did that. I was able to get it all covered by insurance, and the antenna and the stronger rotor, that is extra for me to pay here, so it is an upgrade for the station. It's built back better, as they say here. And with the weather, the extreme weather you have these days, you do have to do that a lot, not just for radio towers, for just about everything else. If you are looking to move to Canada, for example, and you are looking at different kinds of weather in different places, it is such a moving target now. Areas that were very safe, very stable before are no longer so, and in the last few years, many people moved out to the west coast, to the province of British Columbia, to Victor Echo 7 land, and We have had in the last 5 years or so severe flooding, severe fire problems, wildfires, extreme drought, and some really extreme weather conditions in the western part of Canada. Right now, there are probably 80 to 100 forest fires burning in the province of Alberta in Victor Echo 6, and lots of evacuations, especially in the northern part of the province of Alberta. So it is becoming a much more dangerous place because of forest fires and extreme drought conditions. They have also had floods in the last few years, severe and record-breaking floods in parts of the same province. So one year you get fires, next year you get floods. So it's either not enough rain or too much rain. That has happened here as well in parts of eastern Canada, although much less and more floods and less of a problem with fires here so far. So far, I've been lucky with not having any fires in this part of the country. But flooding has been a problem for many parts of eastern Canada, especially in the province of Quebec a few weeks ago, and they are still recovering from it right now. We had some high water here in Ottawa, but nowhere near the flooding problems we had between 2 and 5 years ago. But it was much more of a problem for places north and east of the city of Montreal, and they have had very serious problems in the province of Quebec, in Victor Echo 2, north and east of Montreal, much more difficulty than we have had here in this part of Ontario. But the weather you have to look at long-term averages, and even there you have problems now that you never had before. ON7OFF, back to you, sir. V3LOE.
V3LOE, ON7OFF returning, yeah. Well, you're very lucky that the insurance company was helping you financially to, sponsor the new tower. Because if it comes to insurance companies, they're very stingy, and they are not very keen on paying. Just collecting the monthly fee or the yearly fee, yes, that's something they're very good at. But when you need to rely on the financial help from the insurance companies, that's another story. So you're very lucky that they gave you enough money, because I think it's not only about the tower when you have a storm, but it's also about all the rest, because, tower is one thing. But if you lose your rooftop, or if you have other damage that is damaging the house, or the wind is damaging the house, that's another story. So you have to have a very good insurance, and most of the time, most of the insurances, they try to clean their hands when they have to pay anything. Okay, I'm going to see who is still around, but pleased to meet you. I'm very pleased to make the contact with you there, Ralph. Great to have the contact with your QTH. And I can confirm that your antenna is doing fine, because I'm looking at the entire band scope, and if there is only one signal I get is the one of yours. So I don't see any other signals right now on the 15-meter band. So it seems that we are the only guys talking. It's very weird. In my personal opinion, that so few activities or so few stations are active here on 15 meter, because I think the propagation is open, but where are all the other guys? Maybe they're all going digital and FT8ing, or I don't know what's going on. Rolf, thank you very much. Pleased to meet you. I'll wish you a very good day to you, and keep up that antenna. Hopefully we can cross aerials soon again on other bands as well. Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo from ON7OFF, over.
Yeah, very fine, sir. Still solid copy, 5-9 on the peaks, but fair amount of QSB, but no problem here. Nice and quiet on the receive side. The insurance company I am with here, I have been with for over 40 years. Over 40 years with this company, and last year was the first time I had made them a claim of any significance with it. So it's the first. Was only a one-off, or has been a one-off so far. So I was very thorough on the documentation and with the pictures and everything else there. So there were no questions asked here and no disputes because very many people here had much more serious claims for all of the insurance companies here in that storm last year. It was a very big weather event, and many insurance companies had to pay out an awful lot, and people had a lot more problems with damage to houses, barns, and other structures. I think I was lucky here in that this forest, this relatively young forest that I had planted about 35 years ago, was just the right size to screen off some of the wind. I think the wind velocity was higher, much higher at the greater height because the 14 or 15 meter tower survived without damage, and the one that went to 23 meters, the old tower, did also go to 23 meters, and it was knocked over. So the trees help, I think, but there is a wind profile with height that makes a lot of difference too. So I think the wind was high enough up that it did not damage the house otherwise. But in any case, it is all statistical. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and so far I have been lucky. So that is what happens with weather. There is a lot of statistical. It's one big statistical process. You throw the dice, and sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, and that's the way it is with all these weather patterns. You go a little further away, a few kilometers, it can be no problem at all, or it can be much worse here. I'm glad I do not live in the southern United States because they get tornadoes. They have some very severe storms that are much worse than what we have. Theirs are very common this time of the year, and they have gotten worse and more intense over the years. But I once lived in Dallas, Texas, back about 40 years ago, and fortunately I did not experience a tornado there. But they do have a lot of problems with tornadoes in the southern United States. So, almost any place you go, there is some kind of problem with either weather, earthquake, flood, or you name it, it probably exists. And whatever happens more frequently and more intensely than before. So that's what climate change is all about. I'm a retired engineer, so I am an applied scientist here, Kurt. So I understand where a lot of these experts are coming from. Even though they don't make their information as understandable to the public otherwise as they could do here. Sundry's been a very nice contact. Good luck, good DX. Hope we work sometime on 10 meters, which is actually my favorite. I'm looking forward to some of these summertime 10-meter multi-op sporadic E-openings, and in the fall, some more F2 propagation of the kind we had back in the spring of this year, with some excellent openings on 10. So if 10 is open, I prefer to go there. Some trees, all the best to you and yours, and good luck and good DX. Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Victor Echo 3, Lima, Oscar Echo 7 3.
Thank you very much there. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Ralph, and yeah, very interesting. So you just keep yourself safe, and hopefully we can do it over again. Who knows, maybe on 10 meters. I think 10 meter right now is a little bit difficult for the communication between both of us. We probably have to wait until we get close to autumn time. 73 is Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Good luck.
Yeah, okay, very fine, Kurt. Yeah, 10 meters, very intermittent. Sometimes you get an opening, sometimes not. you can get some E openings almost in the middle of the night your time, and it's a matter of just checking propagation or alerting yourself sometime or other. And a lot of these night owls in the ham radio community that work 80 and 40 could be working 10 or 12 or 15 in the middle of the night and not know that there's an opening. 73, good luck.
73's pleasure is all mine there, Ralph. You take care. Victor Echo 3, Lima Oscar Echo, ON7 OFF, we're standby.
73.
Any other station before I shut down here? This is ON7 OFF, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Whiskey Zulu 8 Sierra, Whiskey Zulu 8 Sierra.
Whiskey Zulu 8 Sierra. Go ahead, Donald. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Foxtrot operator Kurt, go ahead.
Kurt, yes, it is Don. I guess you can see it. You're coming in 5 and 9, but the band seems to be fading in and out a bit. But good signal into Long Island, New York. Back to you.
Yeah, QSL, Don. Yeah, you're up and down as well. I get you in here with a 5 and 7 report, and then went down to 5 and 3, and goes up to 5 and 7. So it's kind of up and down. So yeah, we have to ask the gods to polish the ionosphere, and the propagation will be back. Over.
Yeah, all of that sunspot activity has really wreaked havoc on the band. But this is a good contact. I'm gonna turn it back to you and then give you the final. I've got to run upstairs and make coffee. But thanks for the QSO, Kurt, and I hope to catch you again soon.
No problem. Pleasure is all mine. Thanks for calling. I'm happy to hear New York, and yeah, I do talk often also with Kilo 2. What is it? Kilo 2 TRD. Tango Romeo Delta. I talk with him. He might be your neighbor. I'm not sure if you know him. Anyway, Donald, thanks for making the call. I hope you enjoy your cup of coffee. Sorry. So you have an enjoyable day. Whiskey Zulu 8 Sierra, Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. Wishing you a very good evening.
ON7 OFF from Whiskey Zulu 8 Sierra 73 Kurt. Have a great evening. Thank you. Bye.
Have a great evening. Thank you very much, Donald. Take care. Bye-bye. I'm going to 10 meter for a second. I'm going to see if I can get my friend there from Lebanon. I tried to reach him, but he is normally standby on what is it? 28.495. So let me just go and turn the beam towards Lebanon. He might be there. He might not be there. We'll see if the propagation is open. And that's his frequency is normally used to operate on. So I'm going to see if I can catch him. Okay. Oscar Delta 5, Uniforme Sierra, ici Oscar Novembre 7, Oscar Fox Fox. Oscar Delta 5, Oscar Delta 5, Uniforme Sierra, OD5 US, ON7 OFF, qui vous appelle? Attention Mounir, Oscar Delta 5, Uniforme Sierra. Ici Oscar Novembre 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot qui vous appelle. Okay guys, nothing heard. I'm gonna shut down the stream. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, hopefully I can have find a little bit more free time to operate the radio. It's been quite hectic with my job, so very few time for radio operating. 73s, and thanks for tuning. I'm going clear here on the YouTube